Next is from Dale Fortunio, and subject is Quake Shark. What's up, gang? Been seeing a lot of footage dug up about the oddities lately. I know people generally have some good things to say about working with ICP, but some younger fans don't realize that John Tenta was placed in faction as a Cartman doll-hugging big man. I'd say it was a somewhat fall from grace, but then again, he was a shark in the Dungeon of Doom. I know that him and Arn had some bad heat after Nitro one time, but in your overall opinion of John Tenta, dude seemed to be a legit awesome guy. Bonus question. Better holiday drink, spiced eggnog or coquito? Happy holidays to you all. Let's answer the bonus question first. The eggnog or coquito?
Okay, let me give you my top three. Okay, number one, this disco also likes rompope.
Rompope.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, that's number one. Number two, coquito.
Okay.
Okay, number
What is
three,
what is coquito?
that's like the That's like the Puerto Rican version, with rum and eggnog, and like the
Right.
Puerto Rican version of eggnog, bro. It's delicious, and they hand out these little bottles that you can take home. This wrestler called, for all my Puerto Rican fans out there, Chiqui Star used to bring bottles all the time into the dressing room during the holidays and give them to me. But as far as the shark, or what was his name, Tenta,
Content. Yeah.
On Tensor, yeah, Earthquake.
were you around him, Disco?
Yeah, and Joe, look this up. I had no clue about Arn and him.
I've never
him
heard
and
that
Arn
either.
had heat. I've
Okay,
never
let me
heard
just. Well, you're looking for it, Joe.
Yeah.
I first met him in WWE. What was his name there? He was like a shark or something. Was he the shark? What was he?
In WCW?
No, in
He was,
WWE. Was he
Oh,
Earthquake?
Earthquake, yeah. Earthquake. And then Golga.
Gold.
Did he do? Was he the one that used to do the bounce around the guy before he
Yes.
beat him?
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
would do like a 5 count, bro. I love that
It was
gimmick.
the best because it was an earthquake. Like
Yeah,
the ground
right.
was shaking. That's the gift.
What a great idea, right?
right.
That
And then-
that's what we
Right,
grew
yeah.
up with. I like
Right,
that.
right, yeah,
And
yeah.
then he would
Yeah.
hit the guy with the flash and get the 3
Right.
count, and then he would hit him again because it was the aftershocks.
Right.
So that
Okay,
was
so let
great
me
too,
just say that two of the biggest humans that I've ever seen in my life, just standing next to each other, was Earthquake and Tugboat, when it was the land of the giants, when everybody there was huge, Road
Oh, yeah.
Warriors.
The natural disasters.
That's when I was there, right? And
Yeah.
then I met him in WCW. I always thought he was a super cool, chill guy.
Right.
That's what I remember of him.
Yeah, me too. But you got anything about the Tenta Arn heat?
Who went over?
Well, okay, so you remember a few weeks ago when we talked about that Piper segment on Nitro where he brought in the guys to try out to
Right.
be
Yeah.
on his.
Yeah.
So Tenta was the last guy that came out. And the idea was going to be that it was going to be Piper, Tenta, and Craig O'Malley and another guy. I don't know.
Right.
But I guess Arn on the segment, and then they changed the story to Piper's going to have the Horsemen on his team instead. And I guess it's a long story that I'm reading, but from what I see, Tenta had heat with Arn for out of the pay-per-view match. In his
I could see that.
Let me
One of
be
the
brutally
boys,
honest.
Arn Anderson.
I was in the room with
Right.
Hogan, Nash. I think Savage was in there and stuff. There's a TV and like sofa on the left hand side, a couple chairs here, and Hogan. I specifically remember this. Hogan's to my right. Nash is here where I'm sitting here, and then I think Macho and stuff were over there. Then they're all drinking wine. Okay, Brad, back in those days, if the boys would drink during the shows, like beer, wine, they had wine. We're watching the segment. The segment was so bad, Hogan just like his glass of wine, he just like his hand went limp and the wine just spilled all over the floor. Like we couldn't believe. Everybody was looking at each other like going like that was horrible. Okay, and then they go like, "How are we going to save this?" Like they're in there. That's what they're all talking about. It's everything. Hogan had a fantastic line. So it was Piper, like the segment was Roddy Piper was bringing these guys in. So Hogan went out there's like, we just had Roddy Piper's pickled peppers out here coming to call the guys. All they get to Roddy Piper's pickled peppers.
Yeah.
So, but bro, everybody, Bischoff, everybody thought was just like that was one of the worst segments that we ever had.
And bro,
And, like,
want to hear the worst part, Joe? It got a big rating.
Yeah.
Yep. It did.
Yeah, because
well,
you couldn't unsee it. It was like a train wreck.
Yeah,
you know,
that's what Scott Hall said because he was burying it.
Yeah.
And then the
So
next day, I go, "Did you see the rating? Hey, this proves that people watch anything." Yeah.
Here's where it came from, actually, now that I got to the end of this. Stevie Ray's podcast. Okay, Stevie Ray said Tenta, he remembered Tenta as a jovial fellow who he'd only seen in a bad mood once, but it was backstage at the March 10th, 97 Nitro. Not long after a promo involving Team Piper and the Horsemen, Tenta was livid backstage, swearing up a storm and tearing apart the trailer he was sharing with Harlem. He claiming he was not clued in on the fact that he was getting bumped from the uncensored match. And then also because he heard Arn Anderson call him an amateur in the ring. So,
wow.
Really?
Amateur.
Pretty weird because he was a professional 100%.
Well, but in Arn's defense, it's like when they changed and put the Horsemen on the team with Piper, Arn got on the mic and said, "This is a business for professionals and not amateurs." And he's talking about the guys Piper had.
Right. Yeah. Craig O'Malley was part of the segment.
John was over there, so yeah.
I don't remember that. So even the boys were going out there and burying the segment.
Yep.
Bro, that's how bad it was that Arn Anderson went out and Hogan went out and they both buried it. And they weren't even in the same clique.
Right.
and
that's tremendous. How tremendous is that? I've never thought of that. Yeah.
Real quick, I just wanted to say about Tenta, though, because he said, was it a step down when he worked with ICP and WWE? And I would say no, because he came out and he was Golga with a mask. He had a Cartman doll. He got great reactions, and he was doing his thing, and he was making money, and it was the most popular time in wrestling.
I love that gimmick. And I love the film clip of the movie Freaks that they played right before it. Right. I've seen that movie a couple times. Yeah.
It's a well-produced gimmick, actually.
Yes, it was.
The weirdos.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Ask Russo about that one.
Luna Vachon was there.
Yeah. And the big Kurgan guy, remember him?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course you do. Yeah.
Yo, what up? This is Konnan, and I host Keeping It 100, my co-host, Disco Inferno, unfortunately.
Well, I'd say you're my co-host.
Listen, every Thursday here on Spreaker, we talk pro wrestling, sports, movies, music, TV, pop culture, and some politics. It's everything the rest of the pro wrestling podcasts are not.
Tune in to hear myself, the superior one, educate and inform.
Tune in to hear me bury Disco.
That's very disrespectful.
Join us every Thursday on Spreaker and keep it 100. Boom!